Good morning. It is Ashtanga Day. So that means that we are learning a practice that has a very specific sequence. It's shortened, so it's called short form Ashtanga. It's a shortened version um, of a practice that, because it's the same sequence, you can become independent by learning it. Means that means that you don't have to rely on a teacher. Once you get the overall skeleton, then you can move into the practice yourself. And that's a really important thing, is to be able to be self-reliant in our own lives, in our own practice, even though we know that we have each other to depend on when we need to, but in the end, it's up to us. So this practice really helps with that. So we're going to start in a child's posture today, and what we'll do is we'll start off by breaking down sun salutation today, and then we'll go into the other parts of the practice. So I want to see if I can still get through the whole practice, but just take a little extra time with sun salutations. So let's begin in a child's posture, facing the front of the mat. Big toes together, heels down, lower the trunk. Let's find our breath. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the mouth, fogging in. Close the mouth, exhale through the nostrils. A couple more cycles, Ujjayi Pranayama. And then we are going to start today with mantra. So when you're ready, rise up, and you can stay kneeling, bringing palms together, thumbs to the heart center. You can come to a seat. But at this time, let's move into Shiva mantra. I bow to the presence of the divine within, our true and highest teacher, that lives in and around us as being, consciousness, and bliss. It is ever present and radiates peace, lighting the way to transformation. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's come to table posture, hands and knees, and start to flow through cow motion. Inhaling, belly relaxing, head lifting, tailbone lifting. Exhale, belly engaging, head down, tailbone down. Continue like this. And then we'll find Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, but we'll do it by relaxing the belly, tailbone shifting up. You might take the hands forward, roll over the toes, and then lift the hips and start to maybe move around in the first downward facing dog. Look forward, float the feet forward. So we're in a forward fold for a moment. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Now we're just going to come back to a plank posture. Palms come down, Step back to the top of a push-up, and then send the hips up into downward facing dog. Okay, let's just do this a couple more times so that we can get accustomed to some of these transitions. Step the feet forward, come up halfway, lengthen. This is Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale the hands down, step back to a plank posture, and then take the hips up into downward facing dog. So just for a moment, notice if this feels like it's a little strong and it's hard to breathe deeply here, you have options. Instead of here, you can come into child's posture when we're moving through sun salutation. This is our resting spot, so make sure it feels that way. Now we'll go ahead and look forward, float the feet forward, step walker, jump the feet, and as few motions as possible. Next, inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lower. This is Uttanasana, forward fold. Be here for a moment. Feel the tightness of the legs. You can have feet together, or you can have the heels slightly apart with toes touching. Feet hip distance also is fine. Next, inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach the arms up. Let's take a side bend here. Exhale, bend to the right. Take another deep breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend left. Another deep breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, Samastitihi, palms together, thumbs to the heart center. So this is our foundation for our standing postures. We're going to return here throughout our standing sequences. So Surya Namaskar, let our cross sun salutation A. Inhale, reach the arms upwards. Now let's go ahead and engage the thighs, engage the glutes, pull the pelvis in, and lift the heart up, take the arms back. Next, exhale, arms can come out to the sides. This will create strength as you lower the arms down and fold all at the same time, gazing past the knees, Uttanasana. So now we'll take what's called a vinyasa. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Now much of what we're doing is vinyasa, but this has just become the way to signify this variation of movement. So exhale, the hands down, step, walk, or jump the feet to plank posture. So let's see if we can jump by bringing palms down, fingers spread wide, bring weight into the arms, activate the belly, and then spring the feet back. Without moving the heart, it pretty much stays where it was. Next, exhale, lower down to the bottom of a push-up. So if this is a little too intense right here with the toes down, then you'll have the knees down behind the hips, and you'll lower just by bending the elbows, and then we'll go ahead and bring tops of feet to the mat, hips to the mat, rise to cobra, activate the glutes, or you're going to find upward facing dog. It's a little stronger with the hips lifted. And then we'll exhale, downward facing dog or child's posture. Remembering all of this is a matter of progression and practice. So honoring where you are and going there and breathing deeply. So here we are for about 5 breaths. We're going to take 2 more cycles a little bit more quickly. So let's look forward. Exhale, float the feet forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, Samastitihi. So now we'll go ahead and move in this vinyasa style where we're bringing the movement of the body and movement of life energy that's traveling through the breath. We're bringing these 2 things together now. So when you are ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Engage the thighs, the glutes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. This is a little quicker now. Exhale, hands down, float back and lower, all in the same exhalation. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog, about 4 or 5 breaths. Look forward, bend the knees, float forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, samastitihi. Let's begin again. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Feel the shoulder blades going in towards each other and down the back. And then we'll get ready to go forward to move through Sun Salutation B. So when you're ready, float forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, release. Samastitihi. Big toes together, heels are apart. We're going to bend the knees. Press them into each other. Pull the pelvis in. So you could pull the pelvis, take it out, and then pull it in so you feel the difference. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Gaze upwards, sink into the knees. Utkatasana, fierce posture. Next, exhale, fold forward over straight legs, release down. Inhale, come up halfway. So another vinyasa here, hands down, float back lower. Back bend. Now from downward facing dog, step the right foot forward. The left heel presses down. We're rising up to Virabhadrasana, letter Ka, warrior A. Take the arms up. So first time around, we're going a little bit more slowly, exploring the postures, kind of feeling out the outlines of them. And then we'll go a little quicker next time. So go ahead and exhale. Bring the hands down around the right foot. Lift the right foot, step it back, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot between the hands. Right heel presses down. Rise up, warrior A. Exhale, hands down, lift the left foot, step it back, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remember, child's posture is an option. Wherever you can be, and breathe deeply, never compromising the breath, maybe challenging it, but then making sure that you can keep up with that challenge. And then when you're ready, we'll float forward. Big toes together, heels apart. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, rise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. So we're going to pick up the pace. So one breath. One inhale to movement, one exhale to movement, joining this energy and the body. Next, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward over the legs, gaze past the knees. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, float back, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog, right foot between hands, left heel down, all in the same exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up, and that's all. Exhale, the hands down. Lift the foot, maybe even hover it back for more challenge. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog, left foot between hands, right heel down, rise. Exhale, hands down, lift the foot, step it back, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. when you're ready, float forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Samastitihi. So we're going to go through this again. We're going to try it by counting. So that's usually, I think, how it is taught traditionally. So I'm just going to count in English, so I'm trying to learn the Sanskrit. And rather than say inhale, exhale postures, you're just going to hear that. And so if you need to check in and look at the screen, remember where you're going, go for it. If not, maybe even close the eyes. So let's take a deep breath in and out first. So first, exhale, bend knees. We'll call that 1. Arms up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5 breaths. Sixteen, 17, 18, 19, 20. Samastitihi, top of the mat. Now we'll move into our standing postures. Pada Angushtasana, step the feet, hips distance, hands to hips. Inhale, find a back bend, engage the low body. Exhale, fold forward, grasp the big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, lift the trunk, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the head, gaze past the knees in that focusless gaze called drishti. And so, focusless. If you have your eyes blurred and you close your eyes, that's the same way to keep the eyes pretty much when you are going to sit to concentrate and meditate. So if you open the eyes, you can keep that inner focus. Inhale halfway, Pada Hastasana, take the hands, step right on top of the palms, toes to the wrists. Come up halfway, you can bend the knees if needed, look forward. Exhale, lower, deep breaths. Every inhalation, there's a little lift naturally, just like you're inflating a balloon. Every exhale, the space is created so that air is emptied. Now the body has a little room to move into and relax into. And we'll inhale, lift the head. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, Samastitihi. So we're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat, bring the arms to a T. Uttita Trikonasana. Now, if you have blocks, make sure you've got your blocks around before we go to one to each side of the mat, or you'll just carry the one that you have. So arms to a T, pivot the feet to the right. Right toes face the back of the mat, left toes facing side of the mat or slightly in. Reach out with the right arm. Exhale, lower the right hand down to the leg, left arm up. Turn the head to gaze up past the left thumb. Now check in with the shoulder. You want the shoulder blade pulling down and back into the back muscles. Hand to the leg. Trunk is over the right leg, not inwards. It's directly over, so you might have to take your hand up a little bit, up the leg if needed. Deep, consistent breath throughout. And then we'll exhale, gaze down at the right foot. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, pivot the feet to the left. Reach out with the left arm. Notice the trunk over the leg. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. And then find that place for the hand. So deeper expression, you might have the hand to the inside or outside of the foot. You might be holding the big toe with the peace fingers, or you might have the hand a little higher. Finding the right intensity for you. All of that is relative. Extended triangle posture. Moving into revolving triangle posture. Parivrita Trikonasana. So we'll exhale, look down at the left foot. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Exhale, hands to hips, heel to the feet. So they're a little closer together, and then pivot to face the back of the mat. Toes are all facing forward, both feet facing same direction. So check in, make an adjustment. Inhale, left arm up, look upwards. Exhale, left fingertips down to the inside of the right foot. Press the right hand into the right hip to take it back, turn the heart to the right. Maybe right arm goes up. Some options here, you can have hand on top of a block. You can have left hand to the outside of the right foot. That's going to give you a little extra rotation. That's with or without a block, either way. Maybe looking up past the right thumb. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Exhale, hands to hips, pivot to face the front of the mat. Set up the feet so they're facing each other. Facing forward. Inhale, the right arm up, look up. Exhale, right hand down. Press into the left hip. Keep the legs straight, so use a block if needed. And then maybe you take that left arm up. Maybe you look up past the left thumb. Very active shoulders. Shoulder blades pulling into the back is going to help release tension. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Exhale, Samastitihi, top of the mat. Utthita Parshvakonasana, extended side angle posture. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Bring the arms to a T. Pivot the feet to the right. Lunge in to the right knee. So good wide stance. Right forearm to the right thigh. Left arm up and over. Long line from left foot to left hand, looking up past the left hand. If you can go a little deeper, right hand to the outside of the right foot. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Exhale, pivot to the left. Lunge in, forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over. Gazing up past the right hand. Maybe going deeper. So this is extended side angle. Now we'll go into revolving side angle. Parivrita Parshvakonasana. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Exhale, pivot and face the back of the mat, lunging into the right knee. Palms together in prayer position. Exhale, left elbow outside the right knee. Maybe the back heel lifts to give you a little space for the hips, or maybe even set the left knee down. We'll turn the head to look past the right elbow. Inhale, rise, arms to a T. Exhale, pivot to face the back of the mat, lunge in. Palms together. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook the elbow outside the left knee. Gaze past the left elbow. If you turn the fingertips inwards towards the heart, you'll get a little bit more rotation. And we'll inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Exhale, Samastitihi, top of the mat. Prasarita Padottanasana. We'll take 3 letters, A, C, and D. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Bring the arms to a T. Wide stance with the feet. Exhale, hands to hips. Now before we go further, pull up on the pelvic floor. So it's like you have to go to the bathroom, but you're holding it. You're going to engage the pelvic floor, and then go ahead and inhale, lift the heart upwards. Exhale, fold forward. So we want to keep that engaged as much as we can in our practice. And then we'll go ahead and inhale, come up halfway, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, and feel, you might be able to pull the low belly in a little as you're here. So the pelvic floor area, that's called the Mula Bandha. And then we have Uddiyana Bandha, which is the low belly. Little areas in the body that are super important to be able to play around with prana, or to direct prana, which creates a very powerful force. And when we learn how to control it, and many other things within us will change. So let's inhale, come up halfway, straighten the arms, look forward. Exhale, hands to hips, rise up to standing, bring the arms to a T. Exhale, hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back. This is letter C. And then exhale, fold forward. Notice if you engage the bandhas, what happens? Things change. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, letter D, hands to hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward, grasp the big toes with the peace fingers. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Let the head go completely. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. And we'll exhale, Samastitihi, top of the mat. So we're going to come into another standing posture here. So we're going to exhale, right foot to the back of the mat, but actually not too far, so more towards the center. Arms to a T. Then take the hands behind and either find a reverse prayer behind the back, or clasp opposite elbows with your hands. Pivot to face the back of the mat. Set up the feet so they're both parallel to the sides of the mat, toes facing same direction. Forward. Inhale, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, fold halfway down, keeping the back straight, keeping the legs straight. Start to send the right hip back, left hip forward. Now you might stay right here. You might feel enough stretch in the back of the legs, especially the right side. This is Parshvottanasana, intense side stretch. The side is the back side. And then you might start to lower further and take the heart towards the right foot, nose towards the right toes. Deep breaths, every inhalation, finding expansion, finding a slight lift. Every exhalation, feeling a release, feeling that drawing down action, a letting go action. We'll inhale, rise, keep the arms just as they are. Exhale, pivot to face the back of the mat, set up the feet, straighten the legs. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold halfway. Take the left hip back, right hip forward. Deep breaths. Maybe you start to release in. Releasing in meaning lowering down further than halfway. But either way, we're feeling that releasing action. The deep breath in, the filling, the exhale, the letting go. This is a process of the breath. It's a process of really everything in the body, everything in the mind, filling, emptying, filling, emptying. This is the way that nature works. A couple more deep breaths. And then we'll inhale, rise, bring the arms to a T. Exhale, samastitihi, top of the mat. So let's just take a moment, and if you need some water, get some water. If you're just ready to kind of fill up, get the breath more rhythmic, then stay where you are and just keep breathing. You might need a wall for this next part. Utthita Hasta Pada Angustasana. So if you're going to find a wall, you'll have the left hand towards the wall, just enough so that your arm is going to be bent. You're not going to lean into the wall. You're going to keep the body nice and tall and active. It's just an extra support. So we'll bring the hands to the hips. I think I'll face the camera. And then we're just going to make sure we feel the feet on the mat. Maybe you lift the heels and lift the toes. Just keep going back and forth for a moment. Feel all sections of the feet. Now, lean forward into the toes. You'll feel the toes grip. We don't want to go forward into toes. We're going to go back. So if you gently lift the toes, this is where you're going to stay. And we'll go ahead and engage the thighs. Pull the pelvis in. Shift the weight over to the left leg. Keep the pelvis pulled in. Feel the belly very active. And then we'll hold the right knee with the right hand without, putting too much effort in the arm. It's just a nice touch, nice support. If you'd like, you can grasp the big toe with the peace fingers and extend the leg. I'm going to take the leg to the right. Maybe turn the head to the left if you want a little more challenge, or maybe lift the left arm. Remember, you're holding the knee or the foot, either one. Bring the leg to center. Exhale, trunk down and the leg up. Inhale, the trunk up, the leg up, the arms up. Point the right foot, spread the toes. This is letter E. Same posture, just different variations of it. And then we'll exhale, lower the leg. Okay, shake out a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and move into the other side. So shifting so that the right side of the body is towards the mat now. Feel the feet, lift the toes, engage the thighs, the pelvis in, the glutes, the belly. Shift over to the right leg. And then when you're ready, lift the left leg. When you're ready, left leg to the left. Maybe head turns to the right, maybe right arm up. Bring the leg back to center. Exhale, trunk down, leg up. Inhale, release the leg, but keep it lifted. Trunk up, arms up, point the foot, spread the toes. And exhale, release. Shake it out. The thing about our practice is that we know what's coming. Some of the postures we're not looking forward to, but we want to see if we can practice them all with a deep sense of joy nonetheless. So that one is surely a challenge. We're going to come to the top of the mat and take a sun salutation. So first place the big toes together, heels apart, and then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, float back, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then float the feet forward to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, heels apart, come up halfway. Exhale, lower, bend the knees, rise up, Utkatasana. Now maybe here we lift the heels today and sink down lower. Exhale, heels down, fold forward over the legs, gaze past the knees. Come up halfway, lengthen. Another vinyasa here, hands down, float back, lower. Now we're going to step the right foot between the hands, pivot the left heel down, rise up, warrior A. This time we're here for a few breaths. Keep the arms just like this, straighten the right leg, pivot the feet to the back of the mat, lunge in, warrior A, left side. Warrior B, left arm forward, right arm behind, arms to a strong T. Palms down or palms up, gazing past the left fingertips. So we're on the left side, warrior B. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, set them down. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, pivot the feet to the right, lunge into the right knee. And we'll exhale, windmill the hands down around the right foot, lift the foot, step it back. We're going to take a vinyasa through to seated. So the way we can do that, many ways, some less dynamic, some more dynamic. So you can come to table and swing around. If you'd like a little bit more challenge, you can bend the knees, spring the feet up, and then cross the ankles like this. Lowering them down and extending. So in the longer form, people take handstands from that, pike their legs, come through to seated. I don't do that, but there's so many levels of intensity. So we just want to honor wherever we are and maybe where we want to go and strive towards it if we have that desire. So right here, Dandasana, we can straighten the arms. You might bend the knees depending on how open you feel here. Feet are flexed. We're going to just drop the chin slightly, take a couple deep breaths. Dandasana. Staff posture. And then we'll lift the head and inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, letter A. Grasp the big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the elbows. And we'll keep doing this, feeling the lift on the inhale, the letting go action on the exhale. It's a good spot for a strap if this is too much, but you can bend the knees to be here. inhale, come up halfway. Wrap the hands around the feet for letter B, thumbs to the big toes. Find length, and then bend the elbows to fold. Rather than the spine, bend the elbows. I'm going to come into reverse table. Inhale, rise, plant the feet, plant the hands, fingers face forward. Inhale, lift the hips upwards. See how high you can lift them. Let the head go, only if it's okay for the neck. And then we'll lower the hips. So we're going to take a vinyasa here. So you can choose to instead sit in Dandasana and rest, or you can lift arms and legs, cross the ankles, set outer edges of feet down, bring hands forward, jump the feet forward, or get there however makes sense for you, and then move through. Come back to seated. Janya Shirshasana, head to knee posture. Bring the right foot to the left thigh. Flex the left foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands somewhere to the leg, maybe the foot if that works. Not trying to overstrain and stretch too far forward for the foot. Find length on the inhale. Exhale, fold. And still, even though we're folding and we're getting deeper, we're still finding that length on the breath in. Letting go, releasing on the breath out. A few more breaths. You can be here and not do that letting go on the exhale, and you won't go as far as you could. So this practice really helps us to realize through experience that that mental ability to let go is what actually gets us further into the posture. We'll inhale, rise. Exhale, switch legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the foot or the leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And we'll rise, and another vinyasa here. From Dandasana, we will come into Marichyasana, letter C. Plant the right foot next to the left leg. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, turn to the right, bring the right hand down, fingers face back. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left elbow outside the knee, get nice and tall, and then exhale, turn. Flex the left foot, turn the head all the way to the right. Engage the bandhas, especially in our twists. And then we'll inhale, come to center. Exhale, switch legs. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left hand down, fingers face back. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right elbow outside the left knee. Get nice and tall, and then turn. Flex the right foot. Pull the low belly in, pull up on the pelvic floor. Every inhale lengthening, every exhale letting go into the twist. And we'll inhale, come to center. Another vinyasa here. So we're going to meet in seated. Now in Dandasana. So now if you've got blocks, you can bring 2 blocks around. And what we're going to do is practice bumping up. So we will be moving between Navasana, boat posture, crossing ankles, bumping up. This helps create some height. So if you just try that with the feet on the mat and the knees slightly bent, you'll notice when you do that, the bottom comes up. It might be a little challenging. That's okay. It's going to help create strength. So we may or may not need them. Let's go ahead and begin to plant the feet. Keep the spine nice and long. And then when you're ready, lift the feet, maybe straighten the legs. Check in with the arms. They can go out or up. You can keep them in close. Legs might be a few inches off the ground, they might be higher, doesn't matter, just wherever you are. And then we'll exhale, cross the ankles, set them down, plant the palms. Inhale, press into the palms to lift the hips. Maybe the ankles can lift as well, and then we'll lower. Another set. And we'll cross the ankles, lower, plant the palms, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, final boat posture. We really want to neutralize this one, so let's all take a vinyasa at this point. Cross the ankles, come to plank. And then once you find seated, come all the way down to the back. On the back, we'll be finding Setu Bandhasana, bridge posture. Plant the feet, walk the shoulders back towards each other. When you're ready, feet are hips distance apart. When you're ready, pull, lift the hips up, walk shoulders back towards each other again. Maybe interlace fingers, arms down, pushing into the arms, maybe elbows down, forearms lifted for tighter shoulders and chest. Exhale, release, take a clearing breath. Out through the mouth. Second set, inhale, lift. Release the arms, exhale, lower, clearing breath. Once again, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring the knees in, rock right up to seated. Extend the legs out in front. Paschimottanasana once again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Find what works for you here. Maybe strap, maybe hands to feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Count 15 breaths on your own, and then we'll be meeting in seated. We'll be meeting lying down on your back, and you can have chin to knees into chest. Go ahead and count your breaths. Okay, so once you're on the back, make sure you have enough space behind the legs if you're coming into a plow posture today. So we'll start by coming into candlestick posture. Take the legs directly up. So we're going to be moving to some inversions. If you have any health issues that this doesn't seem right to you, so we're going to be having the heart above the rest of the body, you can just stay right here and instead focus on this. This is a really great posture for all kinds of conditions. Okay, so if you want to go into that shoulder stand at this time, we're going to come into a half plow by lifting the hips and taking hands to the sacrum and taking the legs straight back. So if you're going to come into a shoulder stand, you'll find first a half shoulder stand by bringing the legs halfway up. You might stay right here, or you might take the legs all the way up. Keep the feet together. Refrain from moving the head when you're in these positions where there's some weight on the neck. See if you can keep space between the neck and the mat so that it's not pressing into it. Now we're going to find plow posture. Take the legs back. Now if it's hard to get the toes down with the legs straight, you're going to just keep the hands where they are and just focus on this. If you can take the legs back, set the toes down, arms can come down. Palms down. This is Halasana, plow posture. We're going to move into Karnapidasana, ear pressure posture. Bring the knees, bend them, bring them around the ears if possible, maybe the temples, maybe the forehead. And then from here, if the knees are floating, keep the hands to the sacrum. That's going to get the knees to go in either way. Another option is to interlace fingers with arms straight, press them down into the mat. Release the arms. Gently with the arms down, palms down, start to unroll. And then we'll be extending the legs and finding Uttanapadasana. So root down into the elbows and then press down into them to lift the head and the back. Take the crown of the head to the mat. Exhale, lower. Bring the right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze, a little rock side to side. We're going to take that right leg over to the left for a twist. Right arm can go out to the right. Turn the head to the right. Start to let go of that deep breath now. Bring that right knee to center. Switch legs. Left leg in. And then drawing it over to the right, left arm out to the left, turning the head to the left. Bring the knee to center. And bring both of the knees in. Give them a big squeeze. Some rocking. You can move the head. And then we are going to get ready to rest. So we will let the legs go, let the arms go. And before we rest, let's tense up 3 times. So on the inhale, big breath in, create fists, clench the toes, clench the jaw, pucker up the lips, whatever it is. Exhale, relax everything, let go completely. No control there. Inhale, over controlling, tensing up. Exhale, let the control go. One more, inhale, tense. Exhale, release. Feeling at this time full and empty all at the same time. Resting completely. Without changing anything just yet, just shift your attention now to the body. Notice the body lying on the floor. Bring the attention to the breath. Notice the body breathing without your effort. And then when you're ready, start to deepen the breath a little bit to wake up. Begin to move the hands, the feet. Maybe move the head side to side. Let the movement get a little larger. And then when you're ready, knees in. Finding your way to seated to seal our practice today. Check in before we go there. See if the head needs a little bit of movement. Some circles, some side to side. And then we'll bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center, eyes closed. Chanting Mangala mantra to wish success for the world. That all beings can experience true abundance. That the leaders of the world lead properly and justly. That the sages guide us. And that all beings are happy, healthy, and free from suffering. Svasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margerna mahi mahisha go brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu nityam. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to stick around for a few minutes and I think just add in a couple postures that I would like to feel right now and experience. You're welcome to move into them with me or to go about your day. But what I'd like to do is I'm going to create a little sound with the bowls, and then I'm going to find a pigeon's posture on my right side. So you're welcome to go right into that. And then switching sides. Maybe coming out of that, and I am just going to play the bowls for a little bit. So it's a good time to come to seated into a position where you can have the spine tall and just finding stillness for a moment in the body. Maybe taking a few deep breaths. And then letting the breath now just flow effortlessly without you doing anything. Just let the body do the work. And let's for a moment just focus our minds a beautiful scene in nature, maybe your favorite place in nature, very specific place that you've perhaps been to many times or once and you want to go back. And see that scene. Notice all the colors around. Notice the landscape. Notice the textures. Maybe the wildlife around the plants, animals. Maybe there's rocks, trees, water. And then start to listen to the sounds of this place. Notice what this place smells like. And then notice the sensation on your skin, maybe of the wind or of the sun, or maybe of the body of water. Maybe it's creating a mist. And maybe start to take the hand and touch something in nature that's close to you, maybe the ground. And just notice what that feels like. Having noticed those surroundings in your mind's eye, notice how being in this space feels to you. How does this place make you feel? Maybe deep, utter peace, maybe inspiration, feeling a deep sense of inspiration. Feeling a sense of respect for nature, a deep love for all beings, no matter their characteristics, no matter their personalities. Whatever it is, start to feel and look into that and be with it for a moment. Now begin to come back just by deepening the breath. You might even visualize walking away from this place in nature and coming back into your body. And taking all of what you just experienced in your mind, taking all of it with you. Deepening the breath. And we're going to bring hands together and start to create some friction. Bring the hands, palms to the eyes. And then we'll bring the hands back together. Thank you. Namaste.